Hello, my name is Angel and welcome to a weekly reading vlog. I'm going to be reading The Isle in the Silver Sea by Tasha Suri, and I am also going to show you my Christmas decorations so far in every room in my apartment that I have actually decorated. So I'm super excited about that. And then I think we'll make a peppermint hot cocoa and settle down to read some of The Isle in the Silver Sea. If you have not heard me talk about this on my channel so far, my understanding of this is we have a knight and a witch and they are stuck in this story, but they are in love. It is a sapphic romance. We're also getting discussion of Britain and their place in this world. I think it's going to be a gorgeous, magical story that I cannot wait to read, especially since the temperature is going to drop again this week. Perfect time to cozy up with a book. Without further ado, let's look at my Christmas decorations. All right, so starting in the library, I just put up this garland that I hauled in my last video. It is a cute garland, pretty thin, but I really like it. About the same as the leaves that I had for fall. And then of course I put up my little North Pole books. As for the mug, I usually keep in this spot to hold my bookmarks. I haven't actually switched it out for my Halloween mug. I'm still on the hunt for a retro, pretty looking mug. Also, if you've seen these little packs here on my bookshelf before, these are lavender and cedar pouches. They're supposed to be good for just keeping your books dry, preventing mold or anything yucky for paper. So I'm just being proactive with that. Over here I did put my Christmas candle, which I had on for the first time today, and it smells delightful. At first I thought I was going to put these candles in the library, but I ended up putting them on my entryway thing here. So I really love that. It gives it some light. And then in the kitchen I just always hang these mini wreaths with some ribbon and then put these spiral trees up top. Then I have just a little white house, peppermint mocha candle, and some espresso mugs set in the shape of a snowman. In the little tea area, I have a plate from Anthropology for New York City, a Christmas tree candle, and then a snowman. The little coffee/tea area, I have some holiday spice tea, and then peppermint hot cocoa Grinch mugs, and a little coffee ornament. Now onto the living room, and maybe one of my favorite items. It is this little ceramic Christmas tree that I painted. I received this as a gift and I love it. I'm going to say I have a lot of favorite things in this video, but my next favorite thing is this Nutcracker snow globe. I love the Nutcracker, and I will just sit on the couch and stare at this for 30 minutes, hours, however long I'm on the couch. I will just stare at this. So for my TV stand this year, I put this up last year as well, but this year what I changed was I put up these little, I think this is a dog. I'm actually not sure. These little paper wooden things. Not sure if can you see this little house? This one's so cute. And then this is a garland I got at Home Goods a couple of years ago now with some dried oranges and cinnamon. And then I added this year three little bows. So one on each end and one in the middle. And then this is my newest purchase. This is a velvet star garland that I got from World Market, and I love it. It looks so beautiful and handmade, and I love that the stars are at different lengths. The velvet is super soft, and I love all of the colors. Now, my Christmas tree. I am so proud of my Christmas tree this year. I went with traditional colors, red, green, silver, gold, and I really love it. These little ornaments I've had for years since I moved out and lived on my own for the first time, and then these bigger ornaments I got from Michael's this year, so those are new. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this clip because the air conditioning just came on. I saw an article recently that said the trends and what not to do for Christmas this year, and basically everything I did with this tree was listed on what not to do. But honestly, I don't care. I love this tree. Tinsel is hard to work with, but I love the way it glitters when I'm sitting on the couch watching TV, and It just feels like home. It feels like the Christmas tree I had growing up. And this is a little cranberry garland. There is a lot of space here, but my spouse and I, we want to make a popcorn garland closer to Christmas and wrap that in to fill in the gaps. This is the topper I got this year, and I just love the tinsel. The air conditioning is moving it so aggressively right now. Also, the pillows that I have in love are these little peppermint pillows that I got years ago at Walmart. They were super cheap and they've held up. They're so cute, and they get bent all out of shape, and then I just punch them and they go right back to their little peppermint shape. And then my favorite pillow is also from World Market, and it is a nutcracker pillow. I love all the sparkles. They have all the characters here. There's a lot of elements that lift up off the pillows, and I just love it so much. Now we are in my bedroom. This is the first year that I've had a Christmas tree in my room. I really love it. The reason why I have one in here is because this was my main Christmas tree, but it's just a little bit too short, I feel like, for the size of the living room. So I did upgrade this year and get a bigger Christmas tree. And this one I moved in here, and I love it. It already makes me want to spend more time in the bedroom. So I'll show you up close, but I'll just talk through what I did over here. I have these beautiful blue ribbons, and I put those around along with these thicker orange ribbons. And then the ornaments here are of my travels, which aren't too many yet, but I hope to add more, of course. I've got Boston, an ornament from Salem. This is from a locally owned bookshop that I love, and it is Lord of the Rings, Speak Friend and Enter. I just love it. I love the lights. It makes me want to read in here, which I usually don't. Up close you can see the ornaments. This is Houdini from an exhibition they were having at Peabody Essex Museum. I hope you've enjoyed this little tour of my Christmas decorations. Now let's make some hot cocoa and get some reading done. First impressions of this book, and sorry if you can hear my air conditioning, it just came on and I am too lazy to move. So the Isle in the Silver Sea, I can already see, is going to be about so much more than your regular knight and witch. We are introduced to the stories as being something selfish. They are alive, and what keeps this isle alive, which is the Isle of Britain. And our two main characters, Simran and Vina, are caught up in this cycle. The story they are a part of is the Knight and the Witch. And the way this book starts, which I loved, is the tale of the Knight and the Witch. You get to see how they are basically doomed from the start of their story. Their fate lies in each other and they die, and then their story starts again. It has to continue. All the stories have to continue to keep the Isle of Britain alive. So far, I have read from Simran's perspective. She is the witch and she is an immigrant. She came over to this Isle of Stories with the hope that life would be great for her, the stories would be great, but as we readers already know, the story that she's a part of, The Knight and the Witch, does not have a happy ending. I know there's going to be a lot of longing and yearning in this story, and some excellent commentary on what it means to be a part of Britain, what you have to sacrifice to have a place in its history. The next update I give in this vlog will probably be when I get to the halfway mark, unless something that I can't wait to talk to you about comes up before then. Hello, it is me. For you, it's only been a few minutes since you last saw me, so not a big deal. But for me, it's been several days since I last updated you. I am moving so slow this holiday season, and if you're moving slower this holiday season too, just know you're not alone and that someone is thinking of you. Sorry if you can hear Mabel drinking her water in the background, but I wanted to come on here because I considered not continuing this vlog whatsoever, because I have not made that much progress in the Isle in the Silver Sea. I've read a few more pages and I am still enjoying it, especially that it's about so much more than just storytelling. It is about storytelling, of course, but it's also about so many social issues like racism and immigration and what stories we get to keep, oppression, rewriting history. So I am really enjoying it. I think it's a great sign that the book has already been able to establish all of this and not feel info dumpy in less than 100 pages. I've decided to make this one big holiday vlog, so this will be my December vlog. I am going to do my best to finish the Isle in the Silver Sea, and I wanted to unbox, especially after today. Today at work I am exhausted, and I came home to a package, so I wanted to unbox it with you. I have never purchased anything from this seller for myself before, but I have purchased from them for gifts for people, and I know that the jewelry is amazing. So I got myself a couple of pieces from the Etsy store called Myth and Fae, which is such a fitting name. It is fantasy jewelry and it is so beautiful. A couple years ago now, I got my friend a dragonfly necklace. She loves dragonflies and it is so beautiful and it's held up so well, so I wanted to treat myself to a couple of pieces. Hopefully that's good. I'm still getting used to this microphone. Oh gosh, I don't know what I just clicked. Hopefully this is still working. I should have brought something to help me open this. Here's the box. How cute. I love the stamp. And as you can see, we've already got fantasy themed things. This is the business card. It says, "Thank you, Angel. Your purchase from my small shop means the absolute world to me. I hope this package brightens your day. From Holly. Thank you so much for ordering again." I love that. That's such a nice touch. And here is, in case you want to get yourself some pieces, the QR code. And Instagram is just at Myth and Fae. This is so beautiful. I can't even. The first one. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. So these are the Guinevere earrings, and they are supposed to look like the earrings that she wears in BBC's Merlin. And I love that show so much. Both of these pieces are actually inspired by BBC Merlin. I cannot wait to wear these. These are so beautiful. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put them on. I just can't wait. Oh my goodness, they are perfect. Actually, I don't know how close I want to get to the camera. I don't want to show all of my imperfections, but whatever. We're all human here. I hope so, at least. I am in love. They are so wearable, but still give off that fantasy vibe. I love it. Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. It is just like it was pictured. And this one, you may be able to tell, is supposed to be Emrys Merlin holding the sword. I love it. The hand, the sword with the star. It is so beautiful. Okay, I love this. This has made my night so much better. Oh my gosh. Love. And also I got some freebies, a couple stickers. How adorable. I just got back from New York and it was very lovely and Christmassy in New York City. I stayed in Midtown Manhattan in Times Square, which was very crazy and chaotic, as you can imagine, but very beautiful. The tree, the Rockefeller Center, it was all so gorgeous to look at. And I was going to say walk around, but it was very impossible to walk around on Saturday. So with that said, I did try to get some clips for you all, but I definitely would not have been able to vlog anything. It was so crowded. At one point, when we were trying to go see the Rockettes Christmas show, we were just stuck in a swarm of bodies. It was wild to me. I've never experienced anything like that before. So everyone was there for the same reason, right? To get to experience Christmas. So it's nothing you can be upset about or that you shouldn't expect. But I was felt very claustrophobic and I felt so bad for this poor dad. He was trying to push the stroller for his baby and the mom was carrying the baby, thank goodness, but the stroller just kept hitting everyone because everyone was pushing against each other and he just started shouting, "Abort, abort." Very chaotic, wasn't able to get much, and then we were only there for 2 full days, so didn't really get to bookstore hop or anything like that. I'm going to include some b-roll for you that I was able to get. It's not much again. I'm sorry I wasn't able to do anything, but I'm including it in this vlog because this is supposed to be my ultimate Christmas December vlog. I'm not going to be able to film another vlog. Please enjoy this little b-roll. And then today I have just been relaxing at home, refreshing after the trip. I did some Christmassy makeup, just a green eye with some sparkles. And I put a little bow in my hair and I have my blouse on that has Christmas colors in it, green, reds, blues. And now I am here to update you on the Isle in the Silver Sea. Going back through this vlog as I was editing, I noticed that I really just talked about the themes and less about the plot. I know I mentioned that it's a lot about the tale of the Knight and the Witch and how our 2 main characters, Simran and Vina, are living out this tale and they're doomed to destroy one another, but they have to keep repeating this cycle in order to keep the Isle alive. But I feel like that sounds vague and you're probably wondering, okay, well then how do you get almost 500 pages of a story out of that? And it's because this time it's different. We have someone who is hunting down and killing incarnates, and incarnates are the ones who live out the story. So Simran and Vina would be called incarnates. So the threat is very personal to them, and it's also sad because it's affecting the whole Isle. Once the story is gone, it's gone forever, and it takes a piece of the Isle with it. There's really a race against time to find and defeat this entity that is hunting them down. Also wanting to live, just knowing that at the end of your tale, just knowing how you're going to die, that's just so emotional. It sounds so weird to say, but something I'm really enjoying about the writing style in this one is the use of kennings. It feels so old fantasy. I'm really enjoying the writing style, the characters, the plot, and of course those themes that I had previously mentioned. This is really about storytelling and the impact that stories have, also censorship and how that affects the nation, in this case the Isle, the people that live there and how they're experiencing and seeing the world. I have a little over 50% left of this book to read, but I'm going to end the vlog here. I think I've dragged this one out long enough. I don't expect this one to be a new favorite, but it is definitely a solid 4-star, and I think it will continue that way. Sometimes you just know when a book is good and that it's a solid book and that you really like it. So that's where I'm at with this book. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful holiday season. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.